Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. For those of you, I'm pretty sure most of you, it's still Wednesday. I'm Elisa. For those of you who don't know, I have beets on my hands, which is normal. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Elisa, and here we bake, we cook, and on Wednesday, I do a series called Midweek Toast, where I just show you things to put on toast because we bake so much on the weekends. So today, I'm going to show you how to make it's very easy. And I've actually never done it before, so you're kind of recipe testing it with me. But we're gonna do horseradish beet yogurt sauce. So we'll see. Let's see what my cam is doing. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So I'll show you what we have. So here I have, this is beets and horseradish and cucumbers on the bottom. Okay, welcome Rosie Punkley Barista. And I know Kay in the house is also here. She said she's making honey walnut shrimp. So we have beets in here. I'll show you when I dump it in here, you'll see it. I have beets, cucumber, and horseradish. I have more horseradish here. This is a horseradish. Okay, if you can't get it like this, they sell it in jars. But this is a horseradish. It's like the top end of it. They look kind of like parsnips. They're like long, but I've used some of it, so this is the top end of it. I have it here to show you, and also because I might need more. So I might need more later. Bless you, okay, and I have here, this is yogurt. So you can use any plant-based yogurt that you like. This one is one I made myself with peanuts. Rosa says I will look it up later. Horseradish. Yeah, so Rosa, you might I believe you're in Europe. I believe you're in Denmark or somewhere like that. They probably have something like it. Okay, it's similar to wasabi. It's like wasabi or mustard. It's spicy, but not the same type of spicy as peppers. The Netherlands, sorry, somewhere in Europe, definitely. But I think they have something like this, probably. It's kind of like mustard or wasabi. So I'll put that in there. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to mix it and taste it. Like I said, I've never done it before, but I've seen other people do it. So let's see. And it's going to be beautiful and pink. That I know for sure. It's going to be beautiful and pink. I just want to make sure there's enough horseradish. Okay. I'm going to taste a little bit. It's pretty good, but I think it needs more horseradish. I like spicy food, so this type of food you can feel it in your nose. So like a spicy pepper, you can feel on your tongue, but this type of food you can feel in your nose. Rosa said, never seen or ate horseradish, I believe. I hope the recipe is good. Yeah, me too, Rosa. I hope it's good. Rosa, have you had sushi before? I only ask because in sushi they usually give you wasabi, and wasabi and horseradish are cousins. They're very similar. And in fact, a lot of wasabi that they give you is horseradish, just with green food dye, because wasabi is more expensive. Rosa says, nah, I just remembered that I made ice cream yesterday, but I have no photos. That's okay. Next time. Okay, and the house says, oh, okay. Significant other life update. A while back, y'all gave me some relationship advice. So we mutually agreed to move on from each other. Still friends. Friend-ish. Okay. Well, that's good if you guys weren't on the same path. I hope you can find someone who is on your same path, though. That would be good. That would be beneficial. All right, let's taste it now. It's getting there. I'm going to add more. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Because, I mean, I'm lucky that I found my husband when I did. Because I think it's tough if you're dating and, you know, you want to settle down, but everyone around you is still partying it up. I told you last time that when I met my husband, I was still a little bit of a party girl. I was calming down a little bit. And my husband, too, was like a partying it up. But I think we helped each other calm down. Like, when that happens, two things can happen, right? You could either, if you meet someone who's kind of a party animal and you are too, either you both could like egg each other on and it becomes worse, or, you know, you guys could help each other get better habits. But yeah, it's a little rough. So I hope that you find someone who has your same values. Rosa says, I feel like romantic life is pressured onto folks. It should not be a requirement. If you're good friends, it can still work out in a different way. Yeah, Rosa, I mean, having friends is really important. And sure, not everyone wants a significant other, but Rosa, I think most people want a significant other. Most people want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, a wife or husband. I think the minority might not want that, and it's fine. But you know, what it sounds like in Kay in the House's example, it sounds like that they want a significant other. Yeah, I agree. Rosa in the House says don't rush the process. I agree. It's hard though, Rosa, when you are like in your 30s and you want to have kids, you know, especially if you're female and you want to have kids and you're in your 30s, you kind of want to get you want to get started because it gets harder the older you get. Yeah, but you're right, Rosa. Some things do take time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what I mean. Kay in the House says, well, to be fair, I'm in my 30s and looking for a serious relationship. Yeah, that's what I mean. If some people don't want a relationship, but it sounds like Kay in the House does want one. And that's tricky. I think kids these days, as I like to say, when I say kids these days, I mean people my age, people in their 30s, which is my bracket as well. Sometimes they are still partying it up in their 30s, so it's kind of hard. Okay. I'm not sure how much horseradish is going in there, so I'm going to have to make this again to measure it. But safe to say, I like spicy food, so you might not need this much horseradish. Okay? You might not need this much. Horseradish, I was saying before, if you've had wasabi from a Japanese spot, a sushi spot, the green paste is the wasabi. You know what it feels like. You feel it like in your nose. That's what horseradish feels like. There's a lot of cooling elements in here with the cucumber and the yogurt. So it's probably calming down the wasabi. Rosa says, I made sushi myself with my mom once, but without wasabi sauce. My sushi rolls fell apart though. Yeah, Rosa, I think my sushi rolls when I made them fell apart too, but I'm sure it still tasted good. You can also make sushi bowls if you don't want to wrap them, but wrapping is kind of the fun part, right? So let's see. Let's try a little bit more. All right, let's see. Kay in the house said, okay, enough with relationship talk. I finally found sriracha sauce. I snagged it immediately. Good, Kay in the house. I told you there's sriracha. It's back. It's back, baby. Sriracha is back. Rosa said, still delicious if I remember right. It's been a while though. Good. Yeah, I'm sure it was delicious. I've made sushi before too, but it didn't stay together. But it was still good. Really going ham on this. This could be a short of me just grating for an hour. You can use a food processor for it too. That's probably what I might do next time because it needs so much of it. Just to get a big chunk in there. Beets! Yes, pumpkin, beets. We are making beet horseradish sauce. Pumpkin, what do you mean you banned the word beet? Oh! Alright, so I can't say that word. I won't say it. Sorry, I kind of broke the rules. Okay. But I can still say horseradish. Kay in the house says, this purple vegetable that I'm using right now, juice, is such a powerhouse and so good for you. Yes, it is. And I also love it. You can even get, so I mentioned this last time, but you can get this purple vegetable in a powder form. Oh, Rosa says you need an unbanned words redeem, I think. Do other people have that? No, it's fine. This purple vegetable that I'm using, you can get it in powder form. And I put that in my oatmeal and stuff if I don't have like fresh beets in the house. It's really good. And it is really good for you. So, I don't juice. Like, I don't really drink too much juice, but it's good for you. Yep. Alright, let me taste it. Like, I can taste the horseradish, but I'll put a little bit more. I can taste it. Hopefully my husband can handle this much horseradish. Yeah, it's pretty strong horseradish, so. Oh, that's good, Kay in the house, that you saved the pulp. Kay in the house says, I'll do a purple vegetable and apple juicer with celery. And I'll save the pulp and mix it with oatmeal to make a great energy snack. Yes, that sounds really good that you saved the pulp. That's one of the reasons I don't like juicing, because it seems like it's a mess and there's a lot of pulp left over. But that's a good idea to put it in oatmeal because then you're not wasting, and then you get like you get the fiber. Because when you juice, you get the, you don't get the fiber when you juice. Still get a lot of nutrients, but not the fiber. But yeah, that sounds good. My mom has. I have to look at those redeems. So my mom has a juicer, and she juices for me sometimes beet juice, purple vegetable juice, apple juice, and maybe carrot juice or something like that. So Pumpkin says, I need 1,000 more points to ban a vegetable. I have to check that. Oh, you mean to ban the word vegetable. Rosa says, I was going to ask, does it live up to your level of spice preference, and can your partner still have it? Yeah, so my husband doesn't like as much spicy as I do, but I like spicy. So this might be the last one I use. The last grading that I do. I did like 5 gradings or 6 gradings. Kay in the house says, that's surprising given his ethnicity. Yeah, so his parents like spicy food, and his parents are always impressed with my tolerance for spice, but yeah, him and his brothers don't really like spicy food. But not all Mexican food is spicy. So Rosa says, good luck to your hubby. Yeah, good luck. And then Pumpkin says, what are you grading? Horseradish. Horseradish. Yeah. I think that's good. I can feel it. Like right here. So that's enough. If I can feel it, that's enough. So yeah, I'll have to do that again and like measure how much horseradish I put in, but it was a lot.
Try a little.
Try a little. Rosa says hello. Is it enough or does it need more?
Yeah, I should use more.
More? You can feel it though, right?
I can feel it.
I put a lot in. I think the I don't
hello,
know if it's
Rosa.
any. All the other flavors like calm it down.
I'm here.
Pumpkin says, Gonzalo, get out of here. Scram.
Wow. I'll come out when the food is ready.
Food's almost ready.
Oh,
You just need to grate it. Kay in the house says, what's up, Vato? Yeah, he said it was okay. Rosa, he said it was okay.
Orale! I forgot about that. I was telling someone that in LA, that's how you're supposed to say hello, just with the big.
Are you having fun interacting with the masses? Please move that.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kicks in the house. His coworkers are teaching him like Chicano slang.
Who is?
Kicks in the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm back.
Rosa says, I feel appreciated.
For what?
Maybe because you came back, maybe?
Oh yeah. I'll stay then.
You'll stay then?
I'll stay.
What do you think now? What does that mean? Is that Kay in the house?
Asshole.
Yeah, okay. Rosa said, because it's fun here and the fact that I'm here. It is fun here. Thank you for having fun with us.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fun here. Is it enough or more?
I think that's enough.
Enough?
I think that's enough.
I think it's good. Next time I think I'll blend it because I used a lot. Yes, so I'll show you this and our little, don't break that. This is the bread we made. Rosa says, don't burn your hubby's mouth.
Not yet.
I can do it. I can do it if I want to. So this is the bread I made we made it together on Saturday. No, that's not what I want. Hold on. Okay. We made this together on Saturday. So, this is 100% rye. Kay in the house says jalapenos would be good baked in that bread. And Rosa says, ooh, looks nice. I mean, I'm sure it would be good. Jalapenos in the rye bread. I'm sure it would be good. That would be unconventional, but I don't really follow conventions all the time, so it might be good.
Is the rye flavor going to be too strong?
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's just a different combination.
Yeah.
Jalapenos are really good. It does. Jalapenos are really good in bread, though. But I usually don't put anything in this rye bread, besides maybe caraway seeds. But this one I didn't even put caraway seeds. And then Kay in the house says that looks like a big concha. Yeah, it looks like a big concha or a cookie. Conchas are it's a Mexican pastry that has a cookie shell on top, actually. So I guess that makes sense that it looks like a concha, which is kind of like a big pastry cookie.
Yeah, make conchas.
Maybe one day we'll make conchas. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I didn't even open this yet, so we can open it together. Oh, I don't have my gloves, so you can just pray for me. If it's too hard to cut, I'll get my gloves.
Okay.
I'll try. It's not like you're gonna do much better. If it's hard, it's hard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a little tough. Do you mind, so I'm going to show you a trick. Do you mind wetting this and putting it in the microwave for like 30 seconds? You can put bread in the microwave.
Wet the whole thing?
Yeah, you can do it. It's edible though, watch. It's fine. But it's a little hard. Rosa said, I thought of speculas. It's a big piece of Dutch cookie type. So this we made on Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days ago. So it's a little stale. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to gently wet it a little bit and put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds, and it should soften up. But let me try a little bit on the bread. It's spicy. It's actually pretty spicy. So instead of like, I don't feel it on my tongue. Like Rosa was saying, like, oh, don't hurt your hubby's mouth, but it won't hurt your mouth. I felt it right here. It was like, oh. Rosa said, enjoy the meal. I gotta grab a glass of water, so I'll be right back. Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. It is a little spicy, Gonzalo. Yeah, if you take like a bigger bite.
Well, the bread will calm it down.
Yeah. Oh, it kind of ruined the color when you wet it. It's alright. It'll still taste good. How many pieces do you want?
3 or 4? 4? I'm actually pretty hungry.
You're hungry. So you're hungry.
What do you think? Mira? That's
yes, because it was hard before. It's a little hard.
For Kicks in the House, I have a regular at my cafe that he's a Polish guy or something like that, right? And he got married to a woman in Mexico. I can't remember which part, but his Mexican accent and Mexican slang is like out of this world. Like it's better than mine. Like he saw my face and he was like, "Hey, hablas español?" And I was like, "Sí." And he was like, "Órale, vato."
He's Polish?
And he's like Polish, yeah. He was like, he told me like, I'm from Poland, but my wife is like from Mexico, and we went there a lot, and I picked up the slang a lot. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And his accent and his slang is like on point. It's perfect. It's great. He must have been there a lot because it's fantastic.
The bear fan says just in time for Zalu's lunch. Welcome,
Mm-hmm.
the bear friend. How are you doing? How was your stream the other day? I think you're just testing it out.
It's pretty good.
It's really good. We got to get some clips of me doing that.
What?
Feel it in your nose. Wait for it to hit. Rosa said, I wanted to try streaming today. I was too scared. Rosa, what do you want to stream?
Oh, it hit.
Feel it?
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Spicy. Kay in the house says, yeah, it would be folks like that. There's this guy I watch on YouTube, and he is white, and he speaks perfect Cantonese. And the look of their face is always surprising.
I think I've seen those videos. Yeah, he's like sitting at a restaurant, and like there's people talking around him, and like he'll say something in Cantonese, and people like, because it's weird. So it's not that it's weird, but I think
it's unexpected. But
unexpected. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a language. Anyone can speak a language.
That is true. Yeah.
The bear fan said, doing well. Yes, stream went well. Still trying a few streaming softwares to see which is the smoothest. Okay. Well, let us know. Well, I'll get a notification when you start streaming. But I want to see your World of Warcraft streams. So Rosa says, I want to start with co-working streams. Like, I like those kinds of streams and want to get work done. Oh, I understand, Rosa. Yeah, it took me a second. That's a good idea. So everyone's working together on stream. Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. Or is it like
That's
what
cool.
like those cooks do, where they're like making the food, prepping while the camera's on?
Well, she calls it co-working, so I feel like it's like you're supposed to be watching while everyone's working together or something. So it's almost like if you work from home, it's like co-workers. Is that what it is, Rosa? She can correct me.
Oh yeah, you can explain it to us. I think during the pandemic, maybe like a couple of months after, when things were kind of sort of opening again, the streams of people working in cafes was really popular. So I'm not sure if that's what you're gonna try and do. But that even then that's interesting. People kind of just want to hear surroundings sometimes if they're at home.
Well, you don't feel it?
Well, I've been congested, so
So
I
it's
think this
gonna-
is gonna clear me
It's
out.
gonna clear them out. So if you need to be cleared out, eat horseradish. So just real quick, a shout out to the bear fan. How do I do that? Yep. Because he does a lot of great charity streams, and well, I think he's just getting back into it. But yeah, if you like World of Warcraft, he does World of Warcraft, and it's for charity. I think he's doing St. Jude's Children's Hospital now. That's a charity he's going for. So if you're so inclined, join us in following him. And then Rosa, let me go back a little. Rosa says with the task list, chat can add their own tasks. And I want to begin with a view from my desk. That is popular too. Okay. See, I've never seen that before because I'm not online well, I am probably online too much, but still not that much. Maybe not in that corner. So I'd have to look into that. But that sounds like a good idea.
Like people suggest what task you can do, or
I think she says she has a task list to get done.
Oh.
And then you guys help each other get tasks done. I think it's the kind of like what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Kay in the house says, so y'all are on one screen for me, and I have my work on the other work screen, and you see how that's how important y'all are. Kay in the house, we appreciate it. Of course, prioritize your work, but we appreciate it. The bear fan says, thank you. Yes, St. Jude. Yeah. So follow him if you're interested. He's really passionate about charity. which is a great thing. And Rosa says folks from chat can add tasks that they have to do themselves. Okay.
I think that's beneficial because I think sometimes when you have your task list, it's kind of you need more motivation to do them. So if you others are on, it's like you're more motivated to do them. It's like a mentality thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be like kind of like working with other people. This is a good combo. I did think
I like this.
The horseradish is tamed down in this though, except for when it hits your nostrils. But yeah, it's good.
I like it. Rosa says, exactly. There are folks I follow who use lo-fi music in the work playlist and those who want a more active playlist. That's a good idea. So, Rosa, when you start streaming, let us know so we can shout you out.
You like lo-fi, right?
Yeah, I like lo-fi. It's like background music. Yeah.
I like lo-fi, but I always wanted to play at the cafe, but people get bored by it. I think because they just hear it a lot or something.
It's calming type of music.
Yeah, but
it's
I
repetitive.
love it. I love it.
It's kind of good study music though, or sleeping music. I think it's good sleeping music. Kay in the house said, "Yeah, I actually got to get back to work. Yeah, go to work. Work is important, more important than us. Although we think we're important, you know." And the Bear fan says, "Have a great rest of the work day." Yeah, enjoy your work day. Yeah, I just got out of work, so not just. When I started the stream, I just got out of work. Gonzalito was home all day.
Chillaxing.
But you work more than I do, so. Rosa says, and I plan to use lo-fi and other music that has a bit more oomph in one playlist, so I hope to share that too. Okay, good, Rosa. That sounds good. Yeah, don't be scared to start. I mean, I guess I was a little intimidated to start because
the internet.
I'm not used to. Yeah, that's the internet. People are weird on the internet. But you know, I guess I give you guys teacher vibes because I am a teacher, so it's almost like you guys. It's my class.
I'm learning.
You're learning.
I work with this Australian guy from Perth, and
he's from Perth.
He's from Perth.
Okay, I heard Perth doesn't exist.
That's what according to some.
That's what I heard.
And he plays what he keeps calling Australian music, but it kind of sounds like rave music, or
he calls it Australian music.
He calls it Australian music, and he says it's some Australian artist, and it's the type of artist that has that kind of like kind of music, you know?
That's silly.
But I like it. But then
of course you like it.
The cafe sounds like a club, and it's a little weird.
That is weird.
People walk in and just like.
Do you change it?
No, I like it. I'm just afraid that the customers are gonna think this is a little weird.
It is a little weird. That's why they think it's a little weird. Why do you play cafe jazz music?
I do like cafe jazz music too.
There shouldn't be a club in the cafe. It's inappropriate.
I like it. Get work done.
So the Bear fan, if you're still here with us, do you like horseradish? I asked before, but I think some of the people in the chat don't know what horseradish is. When I was younger, I've always had a weird palate. I've had a weird palate since I was a child. And horseradish is a weird food to like when you're a child. It is just a weird food to like when you're a child. Anyway, I liked horseradish when I was a child. I loved this horseradish cheddar cheese that my dad used to buy. It's good. Horseradish and cheese combination is really good.
I believe it.
It's like mustard and cheese. It's like good.
In a packet?
Yeah, it was pre-made. It was like little squares. You know, it was hard. It was hard cheese.
Is it squares. Like the cheese that has like the olives and stuff in it?
But well, there's no olives. It's just horseradish.
Horseradish.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
And it was really good, and I was obsessed with that cheese. So, and I was a child. Like I was probably a preteen or maybe even younger. Like anyway, I like horseradish, even though it hurts my nose. And Rosa said varied playlists are cool, but sound difficult. Yeah, I think it's probably easier just to stick to one theme, right? Yeah. You could do a disco playlist, but then everyone would be dancing instead of working. Rosa says, I was so picky with food as a kid. It's improved only a little. I don't think I'm picky. I think I eat most things, just not radishes. Horseradish is not related to radish. This is okay? You're not picky. You eat everything.
I do eat everything.
You eat everything.
But, I mean, if someone asks, like, if they can put radishes on top of something, I'm like, no, it's okay. Leave out the radish. But if it's already there, I'm going to eat it. You know, I'm not going to pick it out.
I would pick it out. I think it's that disgusting.
Really?
I really do. Remember when they gave us radish at that restaurant? And you didn't know what it was?
Mm-mm.
It was like one of those rainbow radishes.
Oh, in LA.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a radish because it tasted like a radish. And Gonzalo was like, no, it's not a radish. Radishes don't look like that. And I'm like, no, it's one of those fancy radishes. And it was.
It's like dragon fruit or something like that?
No, it was a rainbow radish, I think.
Yeah, it has a name though.
But dragon fruit is a different fruit. I don't know. It was a rainbow radish, and it was gross. It tasted just the same as a radish, but it was pink. You're like, whatever. I did pick them out. But I can't think of another food that I hate as much as that I just won't eat. I am picky in that I like to eat food that I make. Rosa said rainbow, light colored, like the rainbow. Yeah, it was like mostly pink, I think, but it was a watermelon radish. It was called a watermelon radish. Watermelon. Just so you guys can hear my Jersey accent. Watermelon. And yeah, it was a watermelon radish. And it was like pink and different colors on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the skin was a different color too. Look it up. That's what it was. But yes, I think I'm picky in that, and this might be the opposite of child picky. Like when you're a child, you're picky in that you just won't eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're an adult, I don't think I'm the only one who's like this. When you're an adult and you cook for yourself, you kind of just want to eat what you cook for yourself. Like even when I go out to eat, I'm always like, I could have just ate what I cooked for myself because what I cook for myself is better.
I didn't like pickles.
You
like
don't?
The cucumber pickles?
You don't?
No, before, when I was a kid.
Before, yeah. I was going to say, give me pickles.
Yeah.
I used to drink, okay, so this is the difference between me and other kids. I used to drink pickle juice when I was a kid. And olive juice. Pickle juice and olive juice.
People do that now, right? Like it's
for health and stuff. Yeah,
health,
like a health trend.
At work, they save the pickle juice and they use it as a marinade. I don't know for what.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
it'll work because it's sour. Instead of vinegar, use pickle juice, and it's salty too.
Okay.
Yeah, but Rosa says I looked up the watermelon radish. It's unique. Reminded me of a gem. Yeah, they're pretty, but if you don't like radishes, they're gross. You felt it?
My nostrils are clear.
But horseradish is not related to radish. It's related to mustard and wasabi, which makes sense because that's what it tastes like. Mm-hmm. It tastes like wasabi, and also a very strong spicy mustard is what it is similar. So if you had like the spicy mustard with the big chunks in it, the big chunks of mustard seeds in it, then you kind of know what horseradish tastes like. Rosa says, don't sneeze over the camera, please. I don't know. It doesn't really make you want to sneeze. It's just like
burns.
Burns. It's like
It's like when Munchkin's about to sneeze. And he's like,
it's almost like that. Yeah.
That's how Munchkin sneezes.
That is how much they know. They all know how Munchkin sneezes. They hear him sneezing all the time. sleeping. But yeah, so if you've had wasabi or like a strong spicy mustard, you kind of know what it tastes like. It's a little different, but you kind of get it. But yes, I loved, and I still do. So my palate hasn't changed too much. I love spicy foods, but also I love like tangy and sour foods, which is why I would drink pickle juice. And my mom told me not to do that because it was too salty.
By the way, I'm advocating for everyone to try the Elvis sandwich because I am obsessed. It's the greatest thing on earth. That man knew what he was doing. Like, it's just, he was happy.
I don't think he invented it though. But I think it was actually at the time kind of common in the South or maybe Midwest. Not anymore, but now it's popular as like a gimmick because it's called the Elvis. Because he, what I understand is that he just loved this sandwich so much, and that's why it got named after him.
Hey,
he didn't invent it.
Yeah, he's 100% right in loving that sandwich and growing to the size that he did. I approve.
What's so funny is, yeah, he was. I don't know if this is a sensitive topic, but yeah, he was probably obese, by by medical standards. But when you look at an old picture of him, he doesn't look that big because we're so used to seeing big people now.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just, it's like, oh, he looks chubby, but he's probably obese by medical standards. Yeah, we're just used to seeing large people now. But yeah, Rosa said my parents have a cat too. I know how they sneeze. Yeah, like that. We're experts because Munchkin's always sneezing. Which he still has to go to the vet. Yeah, so next week's actually my last week of the semester. So hopefully after that, I could do some chores. It's always like that. I always like give myself a week off to do chores, and then it's not really a week off. But yeah. What were we talking about?
Elvis.
The Elvis, and also liking weird foods too. I mean, I always loved peanut butter and bananas, but I'm not so sure about the bacon on it. But you guys have already seen me put weird things on peanut butter sandwiches. Like I do a peanut butter and sauerkraut sandwich. So I'm not really judging anyone here. This combo is really good.
Yeah.
So all I put in here, if those of you who weren't here in the beginning, all we put in here was, I'm not allowed to say that word. Gonzalo, you allowed to say it?
I don't think so, but I saw that Google said you can call it a blood turnip.
Blood turnip. The purple vegetable that shall not be named. So all we did was we put baked. I actually baked that beet blood turnip last week on stream on Saturday, and I put it in the freezer. So there's that. But it was just cucumbers, blood turnips, horseradish, and yogurt. That's it. And it's really good.
I don't think I had horseradish.
It's almost like a salad. Yeah, because I don't think you probably knew what it was.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
Wait, no, you had it. Did you have it in what do you dip shrimp in? What do you dip shrimp in?
Yeah. Well, we didn't even have shrimp. We didn't really eat fish like that.
But the little shrimps, what do you dip them in?
Oh.
Guys,
sauce,
what do you
right?
dip?
Cocktail sauce?
Cocktail sauce has horseradish in it.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't have that? You probably
Not
did.
until as an adult.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really eat. We didn't really eat.
I ate that when I was a
like
kid.
That. Yeah.
I ate a lot of that when I was a kid. I loved that sauce, and I didn't know there was horseradish in that sauce. I just loved it, and now I know why. I thought it was just tomato sauce. Rosa says sauerkraut. We Dutch folk is cook that with potatoes and mash it together. I find it tasty that way. Yeah, so that sounds really good. Before I keep going, but I actually make, and I can show you guys how to do it. It's really easy. I have a batch going right now, so maybe next batch I can show you how to do it. But I make a sauerkraut that's actually not really sauerkraut. I make it with cabbage too sometimes, but I make it a lot with, well, I can't even say the vegetable. The purple vegetable that's in here.
The blood turnip.
The blood turnip. I use the greens from that vegetable. And, they usually come with very beautiful greens, and a lot of people throw them out, and you got to use them. So I ferment those because I don't like them as much as, like, I don't know, it's not as tasty as like kale or arugula. It's kind of has, what do you think? The blood turnip greens. I feel like they're not as tasty as other greens.
No, they're a little bitter.
They're a little bitter.
They're a little bitter.
But when you ferment them, and you can tell me what you think, if you agree with this assertion. When you ferment them, it kind of calms it down. It's not as bitter, and it's like sour and like very umami. Do you need more bread, or are you good?
I need more bread.
Okay.
I'm like you.
You want? Oh, you might finish this. That's okay. You can always make more.
I like it when you stir fry the.
You like it when I do that?
Yeah.
You like it better when I do that or when I ferment it?
To be fair, I like most things stir fry. Like if you're gonna fry it, I'm probably gonna like it.
Don't you remember the peanut butter sandwich I made with that? You really liked it.
It was with the fermented beet greens?
Yeah.
I like that too.
See. Here. All right, got it.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got it. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah. So I ferment the beet greens, and it takes out some of the bitterness. And it has like an umami taste, almost like cheese. And you even said that.
I said that?
You said it tastes like cheese.
I say a lot of things.
It's almost like cheesy in a weird way. So we really like that, and I put it on peanut butter toast a lot. And you can just pile it on too. It's so good. But I also do that with like cabbage sauerkraut and kimchi too. Like it's good that way. But I usually do it with beet greens only because I usually get blood turnip greens, because I just usually buy so much of that vegetable. So I have it. And Rosa says it's very filling. It's a winter staple here. Yeah, that sounds really good. So let's see. It's with potatoes. Oh, just with potatoes. Oh, that's just sauerkraut and potatoes. I feel like people make that here.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like people make that here. Sauerkraut's really common here, believe it or not. Because not now, but in the past, America actually had a large German population. I mean, it still does technically, but they've assimilated to be American, so it's not, you don't notice it as much. But a lot of Americans actually have German ancestry. Did you know that?
No.
Don't quote me on this, but I think if you did like an ancestry test, not most, but the number one ancestry in America would actually not be British. It would actually be German.
Believe that?
Yeah. So we had a lot of German immigrants. So sauerkraut actually became kind of a staple. Like, I don't want to say staple, but you can find it at any grocery store.
Like, you put it in hot dogs, right?
We put it in hot dogs, yeah. So it does get used, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rosa says we add meat on the side, but you can add vegetarian replacement instead. I don't judge that. Yeah, I feel like sausage, right? Is that what goes with sauerkraut and potatoes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You make a sausage. My mom used to make this Polish sausage that, no offense to anybody who likes this or who's Polish, I don't like it.
Polish sausage?
Oh, this is actually good. This is a good like language thing, because we've been talking about language a lot and accents. So New Jersey accents are kind of funny because sometimes we just don't say the words at all. Like, we just don't say the words. So we don't pronounce any of the letters. So what's the real, like, how do you really say that Polish sausage? I don't even know how to...
Kielbasa?
Yeah, we say kibasi.
Kibasi?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong, though.
No, New Jerseyans don't say it right.
Just make up a word.
So what is it called again?
Kielbasa?
Kielbasa. We say kibasi. I don't know. And I never really understood, because I didn't realize I was saying it like any differently until I heard someone else say it, maybe online. And I was just like, wait, what are you talking about? But I was the one saying it wrong. Rosa says that is different. Yeah, kabasi. I don't know why.
It's the same as like gabagool.
Hey, what is gabagool?
I don't
It's a
know.
meat, but how do you really say it? I don't know. Gabagool is a meat. I don't know how to say it in other than in New Jersey language. But I think someone else was saying something Italian the other day, and I was in my, maybe it was bruschetta or something, or something like that. Yeah, no, it's like bruschetta.
Or bruschetta or prosciutto.
Yeah, prosciutto. Yeah,
Prosciutto.
yeah. So a lot of Italian words get New Jerseyfied a lot. And I think I heard someone say something that was an Italian food. I don't remember what it was. I think it was bruschetta. And in my head, I was like, you just said it wrong. It's just bruschetta. There's no A at the end. And I'm like, oh, there is an A at the end. We just don't say it. In New Jersey, we just don't say the end.
I like bruschetta.
Or bruschetta.
Oh, bruschetta.
How did you say it? Prosciutto?
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Shoot.
So yeah, we just say things different here. We just don't say the words. So yeah, we can do some kibasi. Some vegan kibasi.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Rosa, I think dialects are interesting too. Are there dialects in the Netherlands? I'm sure there are, even though it's a small place. I'm sure there are.
I think there's always like a north, south, east, west thing, but more so north, south.
North, south, yeah. The Bearfin says, just listen to Jeff Morrow. Is that someone from New Jersey that I don't know about? Rosa says, yeah, lots. Even in a small place, lots. Uncle Stinky. Hi, Uncle Stinky. Welcome back from Seattle. How's Seattle doing? Hopefully okay.
They might have some dialects or words because they border Canada, right?
Seattle definitely has an accent. Yeah. Yeah, so you can tell us your accent.
Put the big in the big?
That's like more like Midwest. Midwest has that Canada kind of vibe. I like Midwestern accents. Yeah, so here he was imitating a Canadian accent when he said put the big in the big. Because Canadians don't like, I don't know the word for it, but they don't vocalize the A. They big instead of bag. And the Midwest is kind of similar here. But yeah, so I promised I would do some of my Jersey accent. So I'll do some of it. I already did some last week, I think. Like watermelon is a good one. Water ice. In New Jersey, we also have daughter. I can't do it on demand all the time. It has to come naturally. But we have it's basically, what is slushy, or what is that called? Not slushy. Ice, like
ice something.
I can't think of it. We have this slushy thing that's called, and we call it water ice. Well, that's what we call it.
Oh, is what you call it? Oh, never mind.
That's not what everyone else calls it. It's like water ice. It's like a snow cone. We have a snow cone. It's the same as any other snow cone, but we call it water ice instead of snow cone. I don't know why. Rosa says, I know that in the north of the Netherlands, in Frisia, they have a full-blown language. I know this because I live there, and my dad is full-blooded Frisian. That's cool. I think Frisian is related to English, right? It's like very close to English. I think I've heard people speak it on the internet. Uncle Sneaky says, it's nice here. We have a very toned down California accent with a hint of eh.
No,
it's like a mix. Eh? I can't do it.
Like eh?
Eh?
Eh? Yeah. That's a Canadian eh?
The Bearfin says Jeff Moore is from Chicago, I believe. He's the co-host of the Food Network, The Kitchen. Oh, okay. This
Chicago.
Maybe I missed the plot. Is it because he has an accent, or are we talking about something else with him? Or are you just talking about we should watch him in general? And then Uncle Stinky said the Seattle area has a ton of Scandinavian and Asian people too. The accents are all over the place. I mean, yeah.
Isn't that just fun?
That is fun. I mean, here I guess it's similar. There's a lot of, you hear a lot of different accents, but it all kind of melts together because, like, there are a lot of, for example, Spanish speaking people here who
Hmm.
are from, say, Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic. That's
Hmm.
very common. But they have a Jersey accent, especially if they were born here. They have a Jersey accent.
Our neighbor.
Yeah, our neighbor is Dominican and he has a Jersey accent. So it's kind of like a mix. Like he has some kind of Dominican slang,
Oh
sort
yeah,
of,
he
but
does.
he still totally has a Jersey accent. Yeah, he has a Jersey accent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so you get like a kind of a blend.
No, you're right. It's a blend of like Puerto Rican and Jersey at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
Mm.
So that, I mean, I hear that accent fairly often. Like a
Mm.
lot of my students have that accent. Rosa says I called Frisian a mix between Dutch, English, and German language. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've heard people speak it like in online because I think my professor showed me like, gosh, 10 years ago maybe when I was in school, and she was showing us to show us like different dialects and stuff. I believe it was Frisian. The Bear fan says the accent and use shorthand for his food language. Oh, he has a food language. Okay. He has his own way of saying things, I guess. We'd have to look it up. Jeff Mora. Have you heard of him?
No.
Uncle Stinky said, but so many new foods to try from other cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the same here, Uncle Stinky. Yeah. When you live in a metro area.
Well, we've been to Seattle, and it is a little smaller per se.
It's smaller than here.
And I always,
well, from what we could see.
Yeah, I always tell people here in the East Coast that in the West Coast it's way more separated because you stay in your bubble.
Yeah.
If you
well, we don't know what Seattle. We were only there for like a day.
Yeah, yeah, but it still seems closer. Everything seems a little closer.
Everything seemed closer than what?
Like as
than
in
LA. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
LA.
it was. I think it's a smaller city than LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I actually think. Also, don't quote me on this.
I'm quoting.
Don't quote me on this. But I think New Jersey as a state is the most diverse state. That might have changed, but I think it's the most diverse state just because we attract a lot of immigrants here because of our proximity to New York City. So in terms of different ethnicities living together, I don't know how they calculate that. The census data, I don't know. But I think New Jersey is considered the most diverse.
That's what I like about New York City.
Or New Jersey. New Jersey's number one.
Yeah.
Okay, get out of here, New York City.
My family might disown me for saying this, but I think the halal trucks that we have here, like the chicken over rice, will rival any good taco burrito
They're very
place.
similar.
They're very similar, but they're all so good. They're so good. So good.
So the Bear fan said, edit, it's Jeff Morrow. Okay, I guess he said Mora before, but it's Morrow. You still don't know who that is, right? Rosa said, Frisian sugar bread is tasty, usually a treat for parties. Warning, it might be too shattering sweets to some. Okay, I've never heard of that. Sugar bread. Is it like a gingerbread? Like, what is it like? Uncle Stinky says, how did you hit upon a beet? I can't say the word BEET, so I'll spell it like your dog.
There's an IRL word ban in play right now.
There's a word ban.
A blood turnip.
The blood turnip and horseradish dish. How did I hit upon it? Well, thanks for asking. I love the blood turnip, and I love horseradish, and I think they're a match made in heaven, okay? Because the horseradish is spicy, and the blood turnip is sweet. It's also beautiful, and I think it would pair well with the rye, which has a deep kind of deep sour, what would you say, like rustic kind of flavor?
What?
The rye.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a rustic bread, and this is like a nice, like, I guess Eastern European inspired like sauce. So that's what we got.
If Rosa works in specialty coffee as a barista, we like to use the word earthy.
Earthy.
Very earthy.
It's earthy.
Taste.
It is earthy, yeah.
show you my coffee collection.
The bear fan says apparently so does Zalo. What? So does Zalo what? Maybe I missed it.
An accent?
Oh yeah, you do have an accent. You have to do your a Chicano accent later. So then Rosa says there are chunks of sugar in there. Oh my goodness. So there's chunks of sugar. It's very sticky as a result, but that's not a problem for me. Only some butter for bread on there, and you have something tasty. So it's not a cookie, it's bread? That's so funny. I have to look that up. Okay, so it's bread with chunks of sugar in it.
Mm.
And Uncle Stinky makes a good point.
What?
He said that y'all gonna have some y'all gonna have dense. Oh, dense. I'm not sure what you mean by dense. Dense purple poops.
Yeah.
We eat our fiber in this house, okay? And we have great poops. They are going to be purple though, and our pee will also be purple. Don't be alarmed if you eat the purple blood turnip. If your pee is purple after you eat a lot of it, that's fine. That's normal.
What happened in that? Did you get like a lot of beets when we ate beets for like a week straight?
We ate a lot of beets once. What happened?
I almost hated it for the rest of my life.
You hated it.
Almost. But then I think by the end, kind of, sort of, a little bit, I liked it.
And then you got over it?
And so every time I eat the blood turnip, I always think of that time. And I'm like, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Oh, yeah. Rosa wants to be a barista.
Oh, you want to be?
Yeah, Rosa the barista, the punkly barista wants to be a barista. I think you should just go apply. I mean, yeah. Usually they're looking for people. And they'll teach you on the job.
It always helps out to, depending on the coffee shop, right? And depending on what environment you want to go to. Like, for example, Starbucks is just going to be pumping out drinks, right? Kind of do some research into the cafe that you want to go to. Because Starbucks is just going to pump out drinks. You might learn some things about coffee here or there, but it's mostly just make drinks and pump out the drinks and go, go, go. If you want a specialty coffee cafe, you got to look for that vibe. But they might want someone with experience, but you can't practice at home. It's definitely go into that setting more with a coffee curiosity. For example, for interviews, I ask people like, "Oh, what's your favorite region of coffee?" And depending on what they say, I'll kind of gauge like what their interest is. If they just kind of want to work the Starbucks way, just make drinks, or if they want to learn about the nuances of coffee. So kind of decide on what setting you want to go to. I think that's going to really help out. And if you want to go into a more specialty coffee setting, learn about your different countries, what the coffees are like, and it all really helps out. It'll give you more confidence going into an interview.
Rosa said that's good advice. Thanks.
Yeah, you're hired in my eyes.
And Uncle Stinky says, fiber is a great thing, which is true. It is a great thing. It helps you poop. It helps your poops be nice and big so they get through your intestines really nice. And then Uncle Stinky said, oof, I was a little drunk after eating a bunch of beets. I went to the bathroom and got freaked out with the color. Yeah, the color, it'll turn your pee purple. So yeah, don't be alarmed. Rosa says, I'm really sorry, but I'm getting rather tired. It's past 8 p.m. here, and I always go to bed around that time.
That's a really good bedtime.
Rosa, we go to bed early, too. We go to bed early, like 9 p.m., probably. Yeah, so that's a good bedtime. So we will see you later. Thank you for coming, Rosa. Thank you for spending your last hours awake with us.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you next time. Yeah. Rosa says, at least I'm not alone till the next time. I think it's good to go to bed early because then you get up early and you get more things done. I know some people are night owls, but you get up early, you get more things done during the day. I feel like it's better to go to bed early, but I don't know.
It is.
I don't know. I think you're more active during the daylight hours. I think that's natural for humans to be awake during the day.
I might want one more.
You want one more? Do you want to cut it?
Yeah.
Be careful. You heard me. You can put it back in the microwave if you want. Yeah, it's a
Microwave.
little. Gonzalo,
I get it.
you got it? Because
Yeah.
if you don't got it, then get a glove. We have a knife glove that we don't have out right now. For this reason, it's literally so we don't cut our fingers off. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Avoided. We did not cut our fingers off.
Slice this in half.
Okay.
It's okay if I finish this, right?
Yeah, you got it.
I like it.
Good. Good. So yeah, I think everyone should eat this beet horseradish sauce.
I think this would make a good sandwich bread.
It would make a good sandwich bread. I think it's like a salad almost.
Poquito.
And I think it could. I almost feel like it could go on pasta. But hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
A cold pasta as a pasta salad. You know what I mean?
You've made something like that before.
Probably.
Yeah.
Pasta salad?
I think you've literally made a beet horseradish macaroni.
No, I made no. The macaroni was horseradish cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
I liked it.
That's really good. It wasn't real cheddar cheese. It was just like a vegan version of it with a lot of nutritional yeast and horseradish. And it is really good. I agree. But I think a pasta salad would be good. I also think it could just go on any kind of salad. Like I think it could go on a chickpea salad or a potato salad. Where did it go?
I was also really hungry, so.
You didn't eat your lunch. Well, this is our lunch, so.
I ate my other sandwich.
Do you want to give them your Chicano accent? As promised. When you're done chewing. We'll let him finish chewing. It's okay.
I don't know if anyone knows who Cheech and Chong is, but I think it's mostly the Cheech accent that he does. It's an exaggerated version, but I think it's pretty close. Where it's like, hey, what's up, fool? Like, what's going on, eh? Like, orale carnal, like, you good or what? And it's more like, oh yeah, nah, yeah, te lo juro. Yeah.
There you go. Now I feel cultured.
Yeah?
Yeah, so for those of you who aren't in the US, I know some of you are in Europe. Chicano is a slang or an accent, dialect, whatever you want to call it, by Mexican Americans, right? It's not just Mexicans who use it, because Mexicans would use this slang. It's Mexican Americans. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's specifically California, right?
Specifically California.
Which is where my husband's from.
Yeah, I would say maybe like Southern Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm losing it though.
No, you just did it.
I need to practice. Starting to become a Jersey boy.
He's a Jersey boy now.
I held on to my California idea as long as I could.
Do you remember that woman? I don't know if I can still imitate her, the woman on the train who was like,
yeah,
trying to kill us.
They sat down and we were on our way to New York City.
Yeah.
And it was a group of 3 girls. I kind of vividly remember this because it was like a very Jersey thing. And they sit down and they were saying something like, that bus driver was on drugs.
On drugs.
I swear he was on drugs. What he said.
He's on drugs. He's trying to kill us.
He's trying to kill us.
On drugs.
Drugs.
It was funny. I want to see them again so I can imitate them again because that was fun.
It's a great group of gals, I think.
He was on drugs.
Probably had a lot of personality. Trying to kill us. Trying to think. No, I can't. What's his name? Kicks in the house. Probably knows a lot more of the slang that he hears at work because you say more. But yeah, we have our own made up words. For example, we mix English and Spanish words. I know in Texas, and I've confirmed this from people from Texas, that there's the laundromat and lavanderia,
Mm-hmm.
but then they have a weird way of saying like they combine those words into something called washateria. The washateria is the laundromat.
I like that name. The
Washateria.
washateria. Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah, no, but I think a very very good example, and maybe one of like the more famous examples, is the word parquear, like to park, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
What's the Spanish way to say it?
estacionar
Oh, okay.
and parking, you combine them, parquear.
I like that.
And
It's innovative.
Yeah.
English is like that. English is innovative.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can tell me what you think, but there's one language that's not innovative. Well, there's one that I know of. And you know which one?
No.
French. French has like a board. It has a whole government agency, I believe, that's in charge of just maintaining the language. So if there's a new word, if there's a new English word that enters in the French language, just maybe from the internet or something like that, this board will come together, they'll convene, and they'll create a French word to replace the English word.
But that's true of just in France, like not in the other countries that speak French, right? Like they probably have their own little.
They might, but I think it's like
twang.
a francophone thing that they want to keep the language.
A what?
Francophone? French speaking.
Oh.
French speaking. That they want to keep the language like the same.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want it to change, and if it changes, they come up with a French equivalent. For example, I don't remember the French word they came up. We'd probably have to look it up. But French people say le weekend. Le weekend. The weekend, obviously.
Isn't computer the same thing, like computador or something?
I can't say it. My French is really bad. It's ordinateur.
Oh, yeah.
Ordinateur. No. But I think that's a good example because I think it was computer. I think it was like el computer or le computer. But they changed it to ordinateur to be like French. But le weekend is one that French people use, but they tried to come up with another word. But the thing is that it doesn't always work, right? Like French people still say le weekend. It didn't work. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's still kind of innovative in the way that it's, it does grow. All languages change and grow. That's just how it is. But they try to halt it. Mm-hmm. English, on the other hand, is one of those languages that just is like ever evolving. Like new words enter English all the time. It could be from another language. It could be from just a random new word and random new slang word. Like we're always.
Apparently, the word "riz" is from like from back 1920s or something.
Oh, really? It's from charisma.
That's
what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Charisma.
That makes sense.
So they have riz.
But yeah, apparently it's like it existed back in the day. And
everything
back.
Everything goes in a cycle,
Retro.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you have riz?
No.
I think you have riz.
No riz.
You have a lot of riz. It's like emanating off of you. All the riz. I can feel the rizma.
I am hip with the kids.
I'm gonna call it rizma. I can feel the rizma.
Yeah?
I can feel it. I come up with my own slang.
No, at work, there was these young people.
Ugh, I hate those kind of people.
And they said that the sandwich slaps.
No,
right?
that's something we said when we were kids too.
I didn't say it.
It slaps. It means it's good.
Wait, when you were a teenager?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's not that new. Like saying something slaps. Like I understand that.
Well, maybe in the East Coast.
Maybe in the East Coast.
In the West Coast. We didn't say that.
Did you say things were Gucci when you were a kid? That was really common to say. I don't think I said it, but it was really common to say that it was Gucci. Like that's Gucci means it's good. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that came from though, because Gucci's bad. Gucci's bad.
It was a song, I think.
The Gucci
Or
Mane?
was it Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane?
No. Was it Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang? Or is that song like how old is that song?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I heard people say Gucci. Yeah, that's Gucci. What's the same for us?
You're talking about slang. Slaps.
Slang slaps, yeah. And I tried to be hip with the kids, and I said, "Oh yeah, that sandwich claps, right?"
The sandwich claps.
It's the same thing.
It's like if
the
you
young
have two-
people use it the same way.
The
They're like,
sandwich claps.
they say clap back. I'm sorry.
That's
That's a
not
different thing.
that's
Never
not
mind.
new either. This claps.
I don't know. Like claps. It's bread claps.
This bread claps. It really does.
Mm.
Literally. It's clapping bread. This sauce claps. I know you guys might not believe me. I know I make a lot of weird food on here. This is not even the weirdest thing I've made. We finished it. We finished our plate. Mostly you.
I like it. I think it really did help clear my nostrils.
I need to make that for you once a week to
Medicine.
clear your nostrils.
Mm.
I have to make it again though, so I know how much horseradish goes in it.
It was a good
It
amount.
was a good amount.
I think if I wasn't congested, my nose would have been burning up. Did you stop eating because it was burning up your nose?
No, I'm just not that hungry. I ate like a snack before. But no, it didn't. It just like was like right here, but in the best way possible.
They're making up new words, these kids.
What words?
I
Riz?
don't know.
You don't even know.
No, I saw a video and they were interviewing this like 9-year-old or something, and he was teaching the interviewer, who probably was in his 20s, like the new words that the kids are using. And the interviewer said something like, "Oh, do you guys still say that?" They're like, "What? No, that's so old." And he was telling them all these like new words. And I'm like,
I think
"All
you
right,
told
you
me
young
about
people."
this already.
I did.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're just telling them about it. They need to know.
Mm-hmm.
You're finished?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna leave that half a piece? You gonna eat that later?
Mhm.
Okay. What were we talking about? New words?
Dialects.
Oh, a good dialectal word. So, what do you call it when it's raining but the sun is out?
Well, I know this now.
You know it. Does anyone in the chat know? What do you call when it's raining and the sun is out?
Do you want me to tell them?
You can tell them.
They have a weird word here, and it's called sun showers.
Well, yeah, I guess it's 2 words, but it's a phrase, right?
There might
sun
be
shower.
like people in other places in the country that have a different word.
They have
for it.
different words,
They
yeah.
do?
Yeah, there are different. I don't know all of them, but there are different words. So we call it a sun shower. And the first time I realized that wasn't normal, that not everyone called it a sun shower, I was actually in Boston. And my roommates, when I lived in Boston, my roommates were from California and Hawaii. And one was from Washington State. So they're all from the West Coast. I guess, and Hawaii is kind of like the West Coast. It's like the West Coast. And the furthest west you can get. And I think it was the sun shower. It was raining and it was sunny, and I was like, it's a sun shower. I said, oh yeah. Someone asked, is it raining? I was like, it's just a sun shower. And they like, you're a hippie or something. They said I was a hippie, and I'm just like, no, it's a sun shower. That's what it's called.
Hippie.
That's what everyone calls it, not just me,
Does
but
the sun
everyone
shower
here.
mean that it's gonna stop raining anytime? Like it's just like a little.
Yeah, so, well, usually if it's raining while the sun's out, it's usually not going to last long. It's not going to pour. If I feel like if there's a looming cloud coming and it starts raining, that's not a sun shower. That's like a rainstorm is coming. But a sun shower would be like if it just started spritzing at us right now, even though it's sunny. And usually that means there's just like one little rain cloud just tutsing about.
Tutsing about?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, so sun showers usually don't last that long, and it's not heavy rain. But yeah, we call that a sun shower. And apparently some people don't have a word for that. Because in LA it doesn't rain.
Perfect weather all the time. Wakatela.
So they don't have fun words like sun shower because it's not raining.
Mm-hmm. Well, my mother said that when it's raining, someone killed a deer.
Well, people kill deer all the time.
And it rains all the time.
Connection. Your mom's always right.
Sounds right.
She is. Moms are always right.
Mm-hmm. I still think of that to this day. I'm like,
Who killed the deer? Stop killing the deer, guys.
My
We're gonna
lord.
have sunny days all the time if we just stop killing the deer.
Is there really climate change, or are we always killing the deer?
Think about it. So then what's like a hurricane? Do people kill like a whale?
My lord, what's going on? What's going on in that forest?
Or a deer? Do people kill like 500 deer?
The deer are just killing each other at this point.
We saw deer the other day. We saw 3.
We saw 3 deers in the middle of like
An industrial wasteland.
yeah.
So just so you guys know, so I love New Jersey, so I would never say anything bad about New Jersey. But something that people don't like about New Jersey is that it can have very industrial sections of it. And where we live is really beautiful, but on our way to Jersey City, which is the city next to us, it's a bigger city. We passed through a lot of like, is it landfills?
Oh,
So,
marsh.
One of them, well, there's marsh, but one of them is a recycling plant. I know that.
Yeah.
There's a recycling plant. There's a lot of marshland, like a swampy marshland, which I like. A lot of migrating birds, if you pay attention. And it was just this open gravel field. It looked almost abandoned, and there was no grass on it or anything. Was there? Was there grass on it?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
But then there were just like 3 deer, and it was so bizarre because I was like, I almost didn't believe my eyes. Not that I've never seen a deer before, but never there. And I was like, Gonzalo, deer! And I like went to the other side of the train to get a closer look of the deer, and they were deer. Yeah, there was 3 of them, and they were pretty big.
Or it could have been a moose.
There's a story behind that too. Story time. It was in an Uber, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you were in an Uber with your friend, and him and his friend are both from California, so they don't know any better. And the Uber driver is telling them that he saw a moose in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, yeah.
He was telling them that he saw a moose in New Jersey, and of course there are no moose here. But I almost want to believe him that he saw a moose, but I know there's no moose here. So he probably just saw a buck. Which they are pretty big. They're not as big as deer, but you know, a male deer with the antlers. I've seen one before in person, and only once. Usually, when you see deer, I'm sure you guys, most of you probably have seen a deer before, right? Depending on maybe where you live, there's not a lot of deer, but there's deer like everywhere.
Oh dear.
But usually, when you see deer, you see the mom or the female and her babies with the spots. You'll see them, but you don't usually see the male one around as much. But I did see a buck once, and they are pretty big, and they're pretty intimidating with their antlers. And I was just like, okay, I'm leaving. Bye, buck. It was really beautiful, really beautiful. And it was when I was in up in Mahwah, which is up north, a little bit by New York State. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the Uber driver said he saw a moose. And when Gonzalo came home and told me that, I was like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't see a moose in New Jersey.
Yeah, because my friend was visiting and we were talking to the guy, and I think my friend said like, oh yeah, how do you like New Jersey? And the driver must have been, I don't know, been trying to tell like a New Jersey story, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I saw a moose there the other day. There's a lot of animals around here. We're both like, yeah, oh, like, oh that's cool, yeah. You know,
there are a lot of animals
in LA.
You're like a moose?
Yeah, wow, okay.
There are a lot of animals here, but not moose. No. There's possums, there's gophers. No, not gophers. What are the groundhogs? There might be gophers too, but there's definitely groundhogs, skunks,
Is there a specific
raccoons.
East Coast crow?
It's just the American crow we have here.
Mm.
The American crow.
We have an American squirrel too.
We have an American squirrel, yeah.
Ask the French.
So when I went to France, they have a. By the way, if you go to France, they have a lot of parks. But my favorite park was actually in Paris specifically. My favorite park was actually on the outskirts of France, Paris. Sorry, of Paris, and it was an English garden, and they have a botanical garden there as well. So it's not like one of the famous parks. Like it's not like Luxembourg or whatever the famous parks are named. I don't remember all the names of the parks. It's been too long. There's one on the outskirts that's really nice, and it's an English garden, so it's not manicured. Like the other parks are very manicured. This one's like wild and like Alice in Wonderland type garden. And they have a botanical garden there, and they have like a little zoo. And they have squirrels there. And it said the American squirrel
on the label.
On the label, the American in French, but it was obviously the American squirrel. And also they had raccoons there too. But yeah, you don't have to go to the zoo. Like if you don't want to go to the zoo when you go there, you could just go to the regular park, and you can also go to the botanical garden without going to the zoo.
Maybe try out their Mexican food.
In Paris?
Try out the Mexican food everywhere else that is not Mexico or the United States.
Why?
Just because.
Maybe we should try the French food in Mexico.
I think we should.
It's probably not half bad. Did you already tell them that story about your friend who wanted to?
Yeah. Just a quick recap. I had a friend who
is Mexican, right?
Is Mexican. Went to Germany for a wedding, and like the whole family went there, and their family's Mexican, and they wanted to look for the Mexican food in Germany. So
did they find it?
They found it. They found it. They were disappointed.
They couldn't eat pretzels?
Or kielbasa. No, that's Polish, right?
It is Polish. Oh, kielbasi.
Kielbasi.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'll give you some updates. We're getting close to 3 p.m. and it seems like some of you have already left, which is okay because we leave early too. So I'll give you some updates because this weekend I'm changing the schedule a little bit. I'm not going to be streaming on Saturday. I'm going to be streaming on Sunday, which means we're streaming on Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to have a big Cinco de Mayo stream. So we're going to be making my masa sourdough, or sometimes I call it tortilla bread. Okay, Mama's here. The Bear Fan says, Zalo, you okay? Been 10 minutes since lunch. You're not at your oranges. Are you full? Or do you want oranges?
Desserts.
You reminded him. Do you want oranges, or do you want to wait till later? Okay, he'll get oranges while I'm doing a recap of not recap, but update on this weekend. So we're streaming on Sunday. We're gonna start at 9 a.m. Like I've changed it to 9 a.m. Well, I think starting 2 weeks ago, I changed it to 9 a.m. on the weekend. So this week's Sunday, starting at 9 a.m. We'll keep going until we finish, but I think it might take a few hours. So I think we'll be on longer than usual because my plan is to make the tortilla bread, or masa sourdough as I sometimes call it. And that is really cool. It's really unique bread. It's a sourdough made with a part of maseca flour, masa harina, which is nixtamalized corn flour. It's the same flour they use to make corn tortillas. So the bread kind of tastes a little like a corn tortilla. Sometimes. That's why sometimes they call it tortilla bread. So we're going to be making that. And while it's fermenting, so first we'll mix it, and then while it's fermenting, I want to make some pickled onions and some mushroom mole to eat with the bread. It's like he didn't know what I was going to do. Did I tell you I was going to do
I
that?
don't think so. I also have a bad memory though.
I'm not keeping him in the loop.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's what we're going to do on Sunday. I'll update like all the socials to let you know. But I believe it'll take a few hours. I don't know what I wrote down on my Twitch homepage. I wrote it down. I think I wrote down from like 9 to 3. So we're just going to do a really big mega stream, or that's the idea. So yeah, come by to the Cinco de Mayo mega stream where we'll be making lots of goodies, lots of Cinco de Mayo goodies.
By the way, do you guys peel these?
Yeah, you guys take off the strings, right?
I don't think it's necessary.
It's a texture thing. I don't like these things. You like them?
They're not in the way whatsoever.
Yeah, they are.
They're really not.
Yeah. There's too. You guys eat these stringy parts? My husband's a fruit fiend, which is not a good. Not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So does anyone have any questions or anything about what's going on this weekend? Concerns, comments, feedback, suggestions?
Suggest horchata.
Criticism? Horchata. We don't have rice though. We can't do it all. Is there a drink I can make without rice? I have corn. I can make a corn drink.
Do we still have chocolate that my mom gave us?
No, we forgot to bring a chocolate back, but I have chocolate. I have carob I could use too. I know that's not traditional. So I don't like drinking chocolate.
Champurrado.
Yeah, I can do champurrado or tole. I make this beet. Oh, sorry. I don't think she's here anymore. Maybe I can break it. She's going to come up from the shadows and say, I heard that. I make this atole with Beets. And it's really good. I know you guys might be tired of the purple vegetable. But I'm never tired of the purple vegetable. So we need to get an emoji that's just a Beets. I want a beet emoji. Sorry, I said it again. But I think I deserve it. And I think you guys deserve it. Okay? So those are all my socials up here. If you guys are new, feel free to follow me on any of these platforms. On my YouTube, I do want to post more videos on YouTube, but right now on my YouTube is mostly just VODs and clips from Twitch. And that's good because eventually Twitch does take down the VODs after 2 weeks. So if you guys want to go back in time, they will be on YouTube. And then I have my Discord there as well. Discord is obviously just like a forum for you guys to share your pictures of what food you're making or what bread you're baking or whatever you want to chat about. There's you'll see if you go on, there's other channels where you could even suggest stuff to me or just chat about other things, whatever the case may be. But for example, you can take a picture of your lovely disc bread and post it on Discord to share with everyone, or any other bread you make. So it is a little stale, to be fair, but it is fine. We just ate a bunch of it, so it's fine. Okay, getting back to this. So Instagram, I post updates on Instagram, and also I post updates on YouTube as well. If you guys just want to keep up to date and see, I post a lot more pictures on Instagram too. If you guys want like nice pictures, nice aesthetic pictures, and updates on my cottage bakery if you guys are just curious about that. And then I have my Pinterest up there as well, and that is just for recipes. So if you want to remake something we made on here, I'll post a recipe on my website, and then I post that on Pinterest. So you can follow me on Pinterest and look at my website if you don't have any of the socials. I also post the recipes on there and also updates on my cottage bakery on there if you don't have, socials. I know some people don't have that many social media. I don't like having too much. I already have too much. So Yeah. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Um, Next week, Wednesday, as usual, we'll have another midweek toast. Although I think we're doing something a little different next week for Mother's Day.
Mm.
But I'll keep you updated on that. But that'll be on next Wednesday. But yes, so then my next stream is on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I hope to see everyone there. But if you can't make it, but you still want to see it, the VODs stay on Twitch, and then I post them on YouTube, like I said. So they'll be on Twitch for 2 weeks, and then after that, they'll be on YouTube. Do you have any last remarks?
Watermelons are cucumbers?
Oh, yeah. Should we do that real quick?
Yeah, we can do that.
The watermelon's in the fridge, and then the peeler. I don't think I peeled anything today. I think it's in the drawer.
Okay.
Guys, I know everyone probably just left because it looked like I was going to say goodbye. But hold on. Hold your horses just 1 second. Okay, I forgot to mention something. The other day, the bear fan said, slow your roll, hold up. Wait a minute. Watermelons are cucumbers. And you can eat the rind. You can eat the rind raw. And this one still has a little bit of juice, like meat on it. This is my watermelon from this morning. And here's the rind. Okay, and this was like a mini watermelon. I really like mini watermelons these days. Ever since we went to Sri Lanka, you don't even have to, the bear fan. So I thought you had to pickle it to eat it, but you don't. But I'm sure it tastes good pickled, but you don't have to pickle it. You can't really eat the skin though raw. It's really bitter. But I tried. Maybe you have to pickle the skin. I don't know. But when we went to Sri Lanka, I had this amazing mini watermelon, and I had it like every day, and I was obsessed. I had watermelon juice there. I was obsessed. So just take off the rind as best as you can, or not the rind, the skin, without cutting yourself. There you go, got it. Okay, I got most of it off. And you can just eat this. It's a pickle. No, not a pickle. It's a cucumber. It tastes like a cucumber. The bear friend says my mom used to give us the watermelon rind when we were teething. Was it really hard? Maybe when you were kids, it's really hard.
It does taste like a cucumber.
It tastes like a cucumber.
Minus the seeds. And it still tastes like watermelon because
it has some of the flesh on it. You don't want to get the rind.
Yeah.
Oh! So you dropped our cucumber. Is there cat hair on it?
No, I swept it.
Thank you. What a good husband. It was a little dirty. It was a little dirty, the floor.
It's pristine now.
This is so good. Don't throw out the watermelon rind, is all I'm saying. What a waste of food. And it has a bunch of nutrients in it. Yeah.
Like, it would probably go good on a salad or something.
Good on a salad, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have
Like, it has, yeah. It has like the same level of crunchiness like a cucumber would, I think. It's not like super hard or anything.
It's
It's
not
got a
hard.
nice crunch to it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe with the skin on it, it's hard. Because he was saying, the bear fan said that his mom gave it to him while he was teething. I don't think it's hard enough for that.
No.
It's exactly like a cucumber. Yes. Don't waste food, guys. Don't throw out beet greens, okay? And don't throw out the watermelon rind. The skin, compost the skin. Or maybe you can figure out something to do with it, but raw, it's not good. But the rind, you can pickle it and you can make stuff with it, I'm sure. I haven't done it, but I've seen people do it. And I thought it had to be pickled to be eaten. I thought it was like inedible raw. And then the other day, I just decided to try it, and it was like, oh, it's actually delicious.
It's really good, actually.
So I'm never putting that in the compost bin again. It is being that. What a waste! I wasted so much good cucumber. Basically, you got to eat it.
You're a cookie.
Okay. What? That's good, and it's nutrients. Eat your veggies, guys. If there's one thing you learn from me. Well, if there's one thing you'll learn from me, it's get a sourdough starter, okay, guys? If there's two things you learn from me, it's eat your veggies. Eat your fiber. Fiber's good for you. My poops are good, and yours will be too. And with that being said, I hope to see everyone on Sunday 9 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Twitch. I hope you guys have a good Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And again, if you can't catch me on there, I'm on my socials. I check my Discord, right? If you guys want to post things on Discord. And my YouTube channel is where I post all the VODs that expire.
One video went viral.
Which one was that again? Oh, I have a video on YouTube, a short. I was just putting tofu into the blender, and I said tofu tastes good in sweets, and I got over 1,000 views, and I didn't realize it until yesterday. I was just looking through them, and I was like,
influencer.
It's viral. I'm influencing people. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. And I will see everyone soon.
Bye.
Bye.